Greetings, people. Why am I standing in front of Subway, 1600 block, Gordon Highway, Augusta, Georgia? Well, this past Sunday, shortly afternoon, there was a fatal shooting here. The good news is, one of the two suspects, both of which were from Greensboro, North Carolina, was a murder suspect. Cornelius Harrison, a thug who obviously had bad upbringing, will no longer be robbing any more businesses like this. What happened? Well, Cornelius Harrison and his thug buddy entered this Subway right down here at the side entrance. The people began to pace the store. The female employee became concerned about this, so she quickly retrieved her firearm, as she's a lawful gun owner here in the state of Georgia. One of the suspects entered the bathroom, came out, then one of the suspects jumped a 4-foot counter. The other suspect attacked her 14-year-old son that was sitting in the lobby, having a drink and sandwich. Hit him in the head with a tie iron. Well, that's when she drew her firearm, fired multiple shots, at least 2. The suspects then fled in an attempt to head in the direction of the woods. She did leave the store. She did leave the store and shot a fleeing suspect, hitting him one time in the side, where he was later pronounced dead at University Hospital here in Augusta, Georgia. Now, under Georgia law, you can shoot a fleeing suspect, even from behind, if they've been involved in a strong arm robbery felony. She has been cleared of any possible charges. It was deemed a justifiable shooting. Again, the suspects were from Greensboro. One was a murder suspect. Now, some food franchises and food stores, such as McDonald's down, you can see the Golden Arches down here, such as McDonald's, does not allow its employees to be armed, making them and the customers targets in a target-rich environment, aka gun-free zone. Now, the good news is that since Cornelius Harrison is now dead, he will no longer be able to rob any more businesses. Had this store here been closed that day, or the employee unarmed, more than likely Cornelius Harrison and his thug buddy would have possibly robbed the next business down here, like maybe the Red Shark fish and chicken restaurant next door. Again, as I said before, this is how you deal with thugs. This is how you deal with scum. This is how you deal with people committing property crimes, like looters in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That I will again say, looters should be shot. Even if they're in the act of fleeing the scene, they should be shot in the back. Georgia law says you can shoot a fleeing suspect that's been involved in a felony crime of a strong-armed robbery. Gotta love Georgia, people. You gotta love Georgia. Again, another argument against, not for, but against gun control. Against gun control. Because an armed society is a polite society. And again, at least you know, for any possible criminals out there, that Subway is going to have more of my business. Why? Because I know if I go in a Subway, I'm not in a target-rich environment, aka gun-free zone. Besides, if I was there and I saw it happening, I would have assisted the woman, and I would have made sure that none of the suspects got away. Again, people, get a gun, learn how to use it, and more importantly, put in your mind that you're willing to shoot people committing dangerous crimes, such as what happened here this past Sunday in Augusta, Georgia. I mean, had she not been armed, who knows? Her son could have been killed with a continual beating of a tie iron, and herself as well. Again, this is Jim saying, hey man, get a gun and defend yourself against thugs and Black Lives Matter, which I won't be surprised if these suspects were members of Black Lives Matter, because law-abiding black people don't do things like this, robbing businesses with tie irons.